Hello YouTube, De-bodgery here. So this is a Revolt RV-160-SH Outrunner. I have rewound it. It was originally from the factory wound for 80 kV, which is 10 turns. This is pretty typical for companies that make motors, that they don't do really dense winds on a motor. So there's always extra space on the stator teeth for more copper. Well, anyway, took the original copper off because this motor had overheated and burned out one of its windings anyway. And so I took all the original copper off and then put 10 turns on each tooth again, back to delta, and I was able, by weight, to double the amount of copper on the stator. You know, and that's basically because, well, it was hand wound and done slowly and carefully, and I was able to get a lot more on. Well, then in thinking about it further, I realized, you know, if I want to maintain that 80 kV, I can also do that in Y, and I can do that at 6 turns, which frees up a lot of space, about 30% room, on the stator teeth for more copper cross-section. So while the weight was identical, pretty close to what the 10 turns of delta was, the copper cross-section was 30% more than what I had in delta, because I had 30% more room. So less turns per tooth, but more copper cross-section. And the end result was, in actually measuring the motor on my milliohm meter, across any one of the 3 phases, I had less phase resistance, despite having 2 phases in series, than I did a single phase in delta. So that worked out pretty well. I got my phase resistance down as low as I could possibly get it. I could get it and maximize the copper cross-section I could possibly have as well. So I really got the motor wattage up significantly. This motor has already been tested in an EV, and from the factory these were rated for like 6 kilowatts, and I know that it can do at least 12 kilowatts now. Anyway, really what I'm doing here is just showing the motor running under some load. So here's an old rag. I'm going to twist it up. I've got this running on a Nuclear 12 FET controller, which is right here, and here's the LCD for it, which says 77.2 volts, and I've got this little bench throttle rig, so that's brake, here's throttle, and I've got a couple switches on it for reverse and cruise. And over here on the side, which doesn't show up so well, there's a 3-speed rocker switch on there for 3 speeds. So I've got it set to high right now, and I've got the phase amps in the controller set to 120 amps, which is decent, but not as much as what the motor can handle. So anyway, let me switch over to here. You can see I've got the old t-shirt wrapped around the motor bell, and it's twisted. So I gotta hang on to this thing, otherwise the motor's gonna make some torque and it's gonna try to pull the rag out of my hands. So here's the throttle. Yeah, it's all on camera, so here we go. You can hear it pulling. I'm seeing about 25-30 amps on the LCD. Yeah, I'm really pulling on. I'm really twisting that rag up tight. And let's see what my yeah, the motor bell's warming up pretty quick. A lot of friction. And let's see what the watt meter says. So go back over here. Get that on screen. There we go. And back out. There we go. It says 101.3 amps. So that's what my phase current was. And I'm pulling about, or my wattage is about 4,700 watts. So I can't really load test it on the bench any better than that, you know, without, like, you know, wearing through the rag. The motor bell is quite shiny now. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So just to give you some idea of how warm it got, see if I can't come in a little bit more. So this is a thermal label that I stuck on the side of the motor that said Revolt RV-160-SH. It told me the phase resistance and how many turns I had, how it was wired. And I can't read most of it now. It's kind of black. So, yeah, I think that motor bell got pretty warm from friction. So there you go. I think that's probably it. I don't need to show anything else about this. So folks, this is De-bodgery saying, hey, stay away from that damn SARS virus. Stay healthy and well, and be nice to each other. Take care. Bye.